For the next 25 seconds, close your eyes and imagine the Muppet Babies have come to life on stage.
Whose brain is this?
Analyzing now.
If you remain perfectly quiet, it probably won't eat you.
I like to go to China. That's the place for me. I like to see their great big walls and hop until the other three. Round and around the world on the merry-go-round.
Oh, hey, Theme Parker Lewis's. Faggle Rock is currently in the wash today, but I thought we could use this time to talk about some of the various Muppet-themed attractions that exist.
Yes, us theme park geeks have spent a long time lamenting the Muppet-themed places and attractions that never got a chance to be, and what random bits were left after the mouse took over.
He's gonna kill us!
Keep your puppet arm inside the vehicle at all times, for this is the Great Muppet Movie Ride video and other stuff. And there's really only one place on the street you begin a video like this.
At La Petite Academy.
Lawsuits!
Introducing a family place.
Welcome to a magical journey through my mouth.
Hey, come and play.
It's a child farm.
You're not supposed to be here without a kid.
Something new. Play the whole time through. There's so much to see.
And not now, Fuzzy.
Sesame Place.
Thanks, Dad.
Sesame Place, the place to play and learn.
Where life slows down to a crawl.
At Sesame Place, short people have big fun.
You can take this dream sequence and shove it up your ass.
Starting in 1980 in Pennsylvania, and going on to have multiple parks and theme park areas for SeaWorld and Anheuser-Busch, Sesame Place is one large, decidedly kiddie area, and rightly so.
Look! Look at them! They're everywhere!
Your average Sesame Place features a replica of our favorite road, as well as many different attractions for various members of the family.
Looks fun.
Well,
hey, Cooney!
Because it is participatory play equipment, it's not a passive experience for the child, and the computer game center is a two-way interactional situation.
Okay.
The Sesame Place Computer Gallery has 55 computer terminals with over 70 games and educational programs.
Now let's talk rust-proofing. These Colecos will rust up on you like that.
With this one, you compose your own tune.
And now, here's the man to finish off your morning and kick off the afternoon, the host of our show, Maury Povich.
You are not the host.
And while giant theme parks like Disney World and Busch Gardens and
Universal Studios?
Leisure World?
Skyland!
Potato Land.
Beanie Land! Happy World Land!
TV World.
Scuba-Dooba Land!
Wally World.
Casa Bonita! Glove World!
Wonder Wharf.
Wonder World!
Wonderland?
Anatomy Park.
SeaWorld.
Thrill World.
Fun World.
Funland. Dinosaur World.
We say so, land.
Welcome to Westworld.
Freak Show!
Frisbee Land. Itchy and Scratchy Land.
Help us.
Pleasure Island.
And the California Freeways.
and King's Dominion
I've never heard of that.
can take up more than 300 acres of space. Sesame Place takes up only 3.
So make space for the face that falls the abortion issue.
And there's one other difference in Sesame Place besides it being a lot of fun.
Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours.
I'm not much of a parade fan, but the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions awarded Sesame's Neighborhood Street Party Parade the brass ring in 2018, so it must merit some appreciation. But why dwell on costume parades when this show's called Ridin' Hard? So let's continue with some costume shows. Take a gander at one of the early offerings, 1980's Big Bird and Company Musical Review. This show mainly served as an opportunity for our edutainment friends to show off their funky new dance moves.
Damn! You just got served.
Come on, come on. Feel it, feel
No,
it.
no. Listen, all of you.
That was a terrific dance, Ernie, but I know a dance too.
Let me introduce to you a brand new dance.
Oh, come on, Bert. Let's go into the parking lot and count tires.
You're a butcher, Ernie.
That forbidden dance is a powder keg ready to blow.
What did you think, Prairie?
I liked it. I thought it was neat.
Ooh, wee, T-Shay.
Okay, everybody. Let's pretend something. Let's pretend to open the car door.
Let's pretend there's a door here.
I want to go home.
Shut up, you little weasel.
Their car stalls and they have to push, but everything's just a big joke to Ernie.
Let's push.
It's time for us to get our wheels and head back to Sesame Street. We're going up.
Lunch!
Oh, you're no fun anymore.
There were other shows like You and Me at Sesame and Bert and Ernie's Island Holiday. But the next musical romp best remembered would probably be Elmo's World Live. First thing I see is all the art Elmo did back in the 90s for those Radiohead albums.
Happier, more productive monster. Again in a cage. La 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 la, la 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 la. Elmo's World. Elmo's his goldfish. His crayon too. Yeah.
Elmo's Elmo. Greetings, Elmo is Elmo. Do you know who I am? It is Elmo.
Elmo gets paid by the Elmo. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Give the people what they want, Elmo.
Now talk about fish.
There are lots of different fishes that live in the water. And they tickle too. Stop, stop. Stop, stop. Stop, stop.
Elmo stalls the show by watching fishing videos.
So one question for us non-fishes is...
This is not good.
How do you pretend to be a fish?
Where did that come from?
Mr. Noodle's strange nephew comes by to act weird, and then leaves knowing that it is time for Elmo to feed.
Heaven must be really empty now.
He won't know you from kosher bacon.
Elmo's got so much tang it's fallen from the roof.
What's this fish doing in our bucks?
The same as us, suffering.
Sir, were you born in the 70s?
The power of Christ compels you.
Finally, we get some puppet action when we meet King Fish.
Did you know that this bakery makes over 450 pounds of cookie dough a day? That's the equivalent of 24 adult cats.
What? No hands.
Fish, fish, fish. Fish, 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 fish.
Fish? It's on to the Main Street Electrical Fish Parade.
Holy mackerel!
And Elmo finally lets us go, knowing if we return to him that we truly love him and his spell will finally be broken. In 2014, another Elmo segment, Elmo the Musical, gets its own stage show, featuring Jane Curtin over here.
Welcome to Elmo the Musical.
Take it off!
We're almost ready to begin, but first...
All the way from Los Angeles, California, Tenacious D's Curtain. Tenacious D's Curtain. This curtain, which travels with Tenacious D wherever they go, is made with the finest silks.
It is the finest craftsmanship that makes this curtain so special and makes it such an important part of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a rousing round of applause for Tenacious D's Curtain.
There's something loose in here.
Let's get on with the show! Ready, Elmo? Ready, Elmo! Will you all help Elmo imagine a musical?
The faces of those he's wronged float up at him.
What if Elmo were a detective? Detective the Why don't you put on your detective costume?
Oh, yes, go on. Put it on. Make yourself up.
Take it off!
Oh, great idea, Velvet. Oh, Elmo will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Heroin!
Detective Elmo!
Oh, thank Henson's a familiar face.
Why is Cookie so upset?
Oh, Elmo, me can hardly say.
Oh, well, that's okay. You don't
But
have
we
to.
going to anyway. Me cookie is missing.
No stick, Sherlock.
Oh, no!
It's the Hope Diamond cookie.
It says your cookie is missing. It's still safe and sound. To find it, imagine 12 things that are round.
Earrings.
Hey, where'd that music keep coming from?
Elmo sings his Imagine That song while Cookie brings back the 1979 classic Me Lost Me Cookie at the Disco. And hey, look, some more puppets.
Personally, I don't care for puppets much. I don't find them believable.
I don't believe you. Hey, what dance you chickens doing?
The fucking chicken!
Me should have known.
I love geriatric humor.
I do not understand that reference.
As a Star Trek reference.
A Star Trek reference?
Your references are out of control. Everyone knows that.
Sorry, that wasn't leading anywhere. I just didn't want to watch the show. Anyway.
I hate reference humor. Let's surf and look for round things.
A belly button and a watch.
Quit throwing your garbage into our dimension.
Come up on outer space.
Now in space, Cookie Monster can legally sing Big Bird's material.
One little star on in the sky. They're butchering the classics. Take it off!
Upon the conquering of these two final planets, we achieve our clue of finding 12 round things.
You have found 12 round things all together. You have found 12 round things.
Oh, excuse Elmo. Hello?
Too slow, geek. Do you want to die?
Oh man, this is boring.
Hi, Elmo.
Daddy.
I just wanted to make sure you knew that I have Cookie Monster's cookie.
Curtains for you, Rocky. Curtains.
I borrowed it. It says, and imagine you'll have a new cookie jar. Why did Albie send us off to find 12 things that are round? So I could turn them into 12 more Hope Diamond cookies.
This makes no sense. You make no sense.
This is where the magic happens. An Ace Award? What's that doing in there?
Thank you and cowabunga!
Are you one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Boo, we didn't get to see him eat it. Boo!
He shouldn't have jumped. The show's not that bad.
Over at Universal Studios Singapore, Elmo's TV Time presents a musical conundrum, doing a salute to television to an audience primarily watching Elmo on phones and iPads.
What's that supposed to be?
You'll have to guess.
Okay. Is it a refrigerator?
Oh, ha, 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 I get it.
That is one fine pigeon coop you've got there.
Ha, ha, ha.
Why, no, Bert. It's clearly a little playhouse.
They're here. You will obey me while I lead you and eat the garbage that I feed you. Everyone has
A sticker butter.
Day by day by day by day by day.
Hey, any sign of Statler and Waldorf?
Maybe they didn't like the acoustics.
Why, can't you hear what's being said on stage?
Every word.
Elmo introduces the man who fell to Earth, Mr. Imagination.
Are you a god?
I am Mr. Imagination.
Awful name. What happened to him?
But I see a TV with nothing on it. Well, that's because we have to imagine some TV shows first.
Damn it, I have to do everything! Bert and Ernie do their salute to the comedy of the 40s. Shouldn't Maria come out in Mo Howard drag?
Excuse me, sir. Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do?
Your cunt is in the sink.
Now it's on to parodies of beloved DC characters, Superman and David Carradine. I heard he choked on his own cookies.
Here's the flasher who lives next
My cute blue muscles really worked up a sweat! The big blue wet thing! Yeah!
Once again, we remind our audience not to get on the stage, please. Don't get up on the stage.
Then Mr. Imagination runs some shows up the flagpole, but none of them wave.
Dancing with the Monstars!
Please, no Monstars.
Why don't we do something with all of them?
Hey, run, run, everybody run, come run with me.
Welcome back to Sesame Street's Got Talent.
Hey, Joey, look at that trash can. It looks like one of those Grouch's houses. It's so full of trash.
I like trash cans and again out loud. These other monsters can't deny it. When a Grouch jumps into an itty-bitty can, with trash all over the place, it gets sprung. How? What's got me? He's on the trash. Can't stop. Stop. News of the brand with rubbish.
Enough, okay? This is inappropriate and it stops right now.
My bed sheets smell like
That's disgusting!
Tens all around, which means tonight's winner is everyone's imagination!
After rendering the voting system irrelevant, we finally close out Elmo's ode to his father's favorite medium.
This show ain't no...
Back at Sesame Place, there's one last show that's thankfully more interactive than just screaming.
I think perhaps you better both come inside.
In the Wild Ducky Chase show, kids can be part of the action with fancy new chroma key effects, but it does seem awfully familiar.
All right, start has been hit. We're away at 25 seconds. Down under the vulture, great. Staying low from the flies. All right, here's one gem. One has been gotten and avoided the vulture. Oh, got nipped by the alligator when you the power gone. We're at 10 seconds. All right, that's 2 gems. Got nipped, we're down to 3 units of power. All right, all the power is restored. Time is ticking.
Sorry that we haven't found Rubber Ducky.
Rubber Ducky's actually right here. He's right here in my pocket. I just said I wanted to go look for him.
What's even better than being part of the action? Being adjacent to the action in 4D, of course. And the fun Sesame Street Lights Camera Action 4D movie has quite a Muppet vision to live up to, but starts promising enough with this ingenuity.
And now, Sesame Street is brought to you today by the number 4 and by the letter D.
Here we see the sunniest block in town on a particularly frenetic day.
Everyone on Sesame Street is always so happy. What's wrong, guys?
We were going to show our cute furry little movies, but the projector broke.
Furry movies will probably clog your projector. Grover is so disgusted by Elmo's suggestion that he hops off Eric Jacobson's hand.
It's one little man from the village.
Grover protects Sesame Street from attacks from other 3D movies.
Stop! Ready when you are, Raoul.
Let's imagine our movie. It can take place anywhere in the world.
I can see it now. Interior laundromat.
You can't dye your clothes in here.
Actually, Bert, I was thinking of someplace a bit more exciting.
Have to get to Sesame Street.
The Sahara Desert, Bert.
Did that blow your mind?
It's eternal sunshine of Bert's mind.
No privacy, it's all around this place.
Then we dive into the living seas with Ernie and friends.
Destroy it!
Oh, it hurts! They're raping us and it hurts!
Cookie Monster's Godzilla knockoff is clearly an excuse to abuse executive privilege.
Ladies and gents, it's the Betcha by the Chip Fight!
Ladies and gentlemen, for your own safety, please rest your armrests firmly.
Hey, I'm free!
Oscar's had enough of this malarkey, though.
Boy, he's
He's really pissed.
The Grouch creates his ideal trashy world.
20 years ago, they had a great big garbage party. They made a big mess. The biggest mess ever, because they were all gonna die of the plague or be burnt to a crisp by the fire.
Still better than Peppermint Park.
This is a movie that is definitely Oscar-worthy.
Of course, Oscar knows some rats to invite.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I guess I can't please everyone.
Yeah, well, you can never please me.
And he sets said rodents loose, which bugger and diddle the audience in their seats. You know, I always had the sneaking suspicion some real creepos haunt attractions like Tough to Be a Bug and Shrunk the Audience for a quick, easy buzz to the butt.
Insert Kevin Spacey joke here.
So I'd go early and look under every seat and then just sit there and get my ass buzzed all day long.
I want one to go under my desk chair. No one has one. Everyone got thrown out. Someone is hoarding.
Nothing I would rather do than just stand here and chat with you.
Babies love 3D movies! Elmo's brought enough Doritos for everybody. Don't tell Disney. It's a big fat party and Telly celebrates by blowing a chicken. After flashing the audience, we then see Elmo crushing his mash cake, leaving none for anybody else, and disappears on a rainbow.
The fluffy crushiness.
This show seems like a lot of fun, but my only plus-up would be to add an animatronic Prairie Dawn to the front on piano for this.
Oh, welcome, dear viewer, to our little
4D movie!
Well, I thought it was great, so I'm giving it a wow. Wow!
I give it 5 fooies. Fooey, 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 fooey.
5 fooies?
Meanwhile, back on the street replicas, we get to enjoy some Sesame Street rides.
There are rides here?
Kids can enjoy the vaguely recognizable mild carnival spinny ride thrills with Sesame overlays.
I fear I'm dying of boredom.
This includes a roller coaster themed to Oscar's Taxi Service. This really seems more like a Grover opportunity, though.
Taxi.
You talking to me? Then who the hell else are you talking? Talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here.
Speaking of which, follow the plumous clouds to Grover's Vapor Trail.
That's Sesame Place.
Get totally vaporized, bro. We got a killer coaster with blueberry-flavored rails.
A horrible curse has fallen on Elmo's farm at Sesamo Adventura Land in Port Adventura. All of its inhabitants have become statues, unable to move or even tilt toward visitors, and it's harvest season.
Completely frozen.
Awful! I hated it!
Wonderful!
Spectacular! I loved it!
Opening back at Universal Singapore in 2013, Sesame Street Spaghetti Space Chase looks awesome with its Muppety ride system and elements.
Spare change? Help my mom out? Spare change? All she needs is a bottle of Ripple.
We passed the VeggieTales news team and some agoraphobic Muppets who don't want to come out, except this guy.
Do not tell him, Carlos. No. Save that spaghetti. 4 seconds to countdown.
This is a pretty impressive launching effect. You can see Strawberry Square from up here. Not that you'd want to.
Accelerating out at 55 miles per hour. 65, 75, 85,
The danger aliens were out on patrol, hunting for nutrition food.
You want your dink to do the noodle. Ladies hate that. I found out that the hard way.
Those who seek the spirit of Norway face peril and adventure.
Come on, Gramps, right this way. Now sick 'em!
It is magic dust. What is it, a Muppet?
We're going in, I guess.
Keep quiet, Daddy. We don't want to set our feet.
Okay, let's go.
We have reached the dawn of recorded time, an age when mammoth creatures roam the land.
Let's twirl that pasta back to Earth.
Beware of hitchhikers.
hitchhiking ghost.
Hey, good night, Babs.
Reload.
The gateway is open, and you are all coming with me.
And we say goodnight to Elmo and the evil macaroni sharing a romantic dinner for two. This ride is crazy fun with a lot of Sesame Street Muppets appearing, but did I miss the two-headed monster? Oh, that's right, I forgot he got space drafted.
You suppose they have any life on other planets?
What do you care? You don't have any life on this one.
Back at Port Adventura, Grover attempts his own detective narrative and attempt to find another lost cookie on Sesame Street mission. We assist Grover in solving the crummy case by entering his huge office and meeting a very impressive Muppetronic.
You know, I had a cousin once. Didn't smoke, he didn't drink, just walking along the street. Now he got run over by a bakery truck. Listen, one thing, son. Would you like to buy a lunch?
This thing walks and talks and changes dimensions once he's in his office. Cool!
Follow Butch Patrick on a fantastic trip through the Phantom Toll Booth,
which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out.
Haha, looks like Elmo has been re-regulated to an apartment window, just like in Follow That Bird. Step aside!
Where did they come up with this stuff?
He buggered off. So he has, he's scarfing.
Uh-oh, looks like the Vice Squad is making a drug bust.
Why would you come to a playground without a child?
Just walk away. You can put a stop to all this.
Now it's on to Hooper's store, and...
Drive-by! He hates these cans!
we're really wrecking the magic neighborhood over a cookie.
Where are we, Yogi?
That ain't Jellystone Park.
Welcome to my home.
Surprise! You never catch Dustin! Hotly, pull up! No!
We blast into Oscar's can, where we find Oscar and Cookie getting totally toasted.
I'm Detective Dan!
We narrowly escape as the nothing dissolves our friends.
I couldn't hold on to them.
You shot the most cookie clues, or something.
A singing pig? Kiss your feathers goodbye, bird!
Hey, let's talk Muppet Show attractions, beginning in the late 80s when the gang was struck by a Plymouth for a deal. We got the Muppet Traffic Safety Show, a touring mini-ride focused on traffic safety and featuring animatronics of the Muppets.
And this year in shopping malls all across the country, children can learn about traffic safety from their favorite Muppet friends.
Guests would narrowly miss squashing Animal on his tricycle before giving Miss Piggy just a ride.
I never have liked road hogs.
And then we receive our license from Kermit, I'm guessing.
You wrecked 20 cars!
Little footage exists of this attraction, so heads up if you see some down the road.
That's kind of a grade school hot rodder's nirvana. Know what I mean?
Now hang on to your lunch as we swing wildly into the beginnings of the Muppets' relationship with Disney parks.
The star who has all of Tinseltown green with envy!
It's Enrico Palazzo!
We're here! The Muppets have arrived at the Disney MGM Studios theme park.
They're here.
Cause you had to have them, Michael. The Muppets announced their co-mingling with the 1990 special The Muppets at Walt Disney World, and it would be Jim Henson's final special, passing away shortly after its airing. It was an okay special, albeit one without much pointed commentary, but we do get a sense that things will never be the same after this encounter.
Come on in! Gosh, it sure is swell to see all the Muppets here at Walt Disney World.
Forever. Today we all went to Disneyland. The guard at the gate didn't want to let us out.
You know what we say? When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true.
Well, actually what we say is the lovers, the dreamers, and me.
Uh-oh, they're starting to argue philosophy.
We are obviously separated by denominational differences.
Doink! I'm the mascot of an evil corporation.
Can Muppet Vision 3D be topped? Not only in terms of Muppet attractions, but in 3D in general? See it enough times and you'll catch all the details, like how Miss Piggy's head comes flying off her body once it's taken away by a water ski.
We have gremlins in the attraction booth. Could you help us?
I think it's a great thing that Disney took their parking lot and turned it into an entire state. Let me just add that we think Jim Henson's Muppet Vision 3D is one of the most spectacular and most ridiculous projects that we ever did.
This thing's pretty perfect.
I hate it when there's nothing to complain about. This is terrible.
Well, you're in luck, because here comes the Muppets.
Here come the Muppets, only at the Disney MGM Studios theme park.
The Muppets have done costume shows before, and Sesame Street Live was huge when I was little, so why not have them do a live experience in the park?
We're looking for, and we're almost ready. Hello? Hiya, Kermit. It's Mickey. Mickey?
I am altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
I'm calling on the picture phone to see how the show is going.
Kudos to Mickey for getting this picture phone to actually work properly.
I really hate this guy.
What'd you say? Gracious hello. This is your Walt Disney World picture phone operator. How may I be of assistance? Well, you see... Maybe you'd like a reservation at the Chefs de France restaurant. They have a special on frog's legs.
It's Lily Tomlin in her Ernestine the Sassy Telephone Operator garb, which came from a 1969 sketch thing called Laugh-In. She crossed paths with the Muppets several times, but it's 1990, so I don't know what she's doing here not promoting Edith Ann. The Electric Mayhem crashes the monorail into the theater, and since it hasn't happened for real yet, we can all laugh at the absurdity and start the show. Is there any song less funny, less catchy than Make 'Em Laugh?
Why did your uncle tie banana peels to his feet? Because he wanted a pair of slippers.
This is terrible.
You won't hold the moon float like a balloon and take it from me inside to me.
Take it up!
I feel bad for these performers.
145 degrees in the suit. I could boil an egg in my ass.
I think Miss Piggy is flirting with me.
I'm gonna give this one a wow, too. Wow! Phooey, 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 phooey! Yeah.
Bye-bye. Oh, go home now. Go home. Thank you very much.
A little more than a year later, the theater was claimed by King Triton, and the Muppets had to go guerrilla filming their next project, The Days of Swine and Roses, Pink Flamingos style.
This holiday is yours, but we all share with you the hope that this day brings us closer to freedom and to harmony and to peace. This is the promise of the Tree of Life.
I love that we can work while we're on cocaine.
Take it out! You have aroused the three snakes!
After a medley of old show tunes, because that's just the kind of park MGM was in 1991, we were treated to an inflatable rainbow and an explosive finale. There was a running joke about the sneeze. At least Kermit does this. Thus ends the age of Muppet Show costume shows.
Oh, bye-bye!
Fellow executives, it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to the future of law enforcement.
It's alive! Now this is what I'm talking about. A free-roving, audio-animatronic Muppet that interacts with guests throughout Disney's Living Character Initiative, which isn't as scary as it sounds.
As you well know, I am Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, and this is my longtime
He was gonna say lover.
Loyal laboratory assistant, Beaker! We've been invited to share some groundbreaking work going on at Muppet Labs and to get you excited about science.
I think you'd better do what he says, Mr. Kitty.
Introducing the Muppet Mobile Lab!
All that I really know about the outside world is relayed to me through my electrical connections. This is fun.
I'm proud to share with you the Vacation Tron! Yes, with the Vacation Tron, you can go to exotic locales instantly and never have to pack a suitcase.
Good to get away.
Bunsen's awesome intervention displays an array of magical moves in order to convince Beaker not to go away on vacation.
There we are.
Want your Oscar or you'll tear my head off my body? What Oscar?
20 seconds to comply.
I'd like to go on record as being opposed to the use of violence for purposes of conflict resolution. However...
Songs, dances, shooting.
If you see this marvel of ingenuity in the park, catch it for its unique experience and wonder.
Put your glutes into it, Big E.
5 fooey. What? Fooey, 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 fooey. Next.
Excuse me, coming through. Hi-ho!
Liberty Bell. 2 Liberty Bells.
Follow the brown brick road in Liberty Square and you might just find yourself spotting the Muppets up in the air, performing great moments in history. And I think best of all, they're actually puppets for once, just like the Muppets are in real life.
You are all weirdos.
Today we shall salute
Fly Stone!
the Declaration of Independence. Great moments in history, such as the American parts.
Welcome to Great Moments in History.
But just the American parts. JJ, please remind everyone which great moment we are sharing today.
And the Academy Award for Best Picture.
The Declaration of Independence!
When in the course of human...
Excuse me, Sam?
Kermit, you are interrupting America.
Sam, the gang and I were talking, and we had some ideas to make your show more entertaining.
Entertaining? Mm-hmm. In a theme park?
Yeah.
Hi. JJ, why are you doing that?
I'm the town crier.
Well, cheer up and allow me to continue.
Lopez! Hi-ho, Jefferson here. Ben Franklin here. If at first you don't succeed, then skydiving is definitely not the sport for you. Debate. Point of view.
Previously, the Muppets performed the Declaration of Independence for the People for the American Way special, so there's some funny parallels to these bits.
Crippling taxes, cruel repression, abolish rights. Kermit, this stuff is not funny.
Boo! No King George! Come on, everybody! No King George! No King George! Did someone call one?
Kermit is consistently insistent about women not performing in this reenactment.
All hail Queen Georgette!
Progressive Piggy finds ways around these trappings.
You got a bear playing Ben Franklin. You mistreat the colonists. You raise taxes. You are drunk with power. You might even say she's intoxicated. Excuse me. It is I, Georgette Washington. And so I look fabulous. But I'm gonna need everyone's help. Let's start with a list of demands, shall we? We hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men are created equal. That they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights. That among these are life,
luck, and lollipops,
liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
America first.
Oh, sorry, sometimes crowds can overhear the Trump bot whine from the inside of the Hall of Presidents.
You're fired, Sinclair. Fired.
I don't get it. Even though you can't see air pollution, it's still harmful.
We couldn't have done it without you. And to England, no hard feelings. You're still one of our best friends.
Shut up.
I say.
Oh, you're no fun anymore. Look, if anybody else pinches my phrase, I'll throw them under a camel.
If you can spot one.
You know, I'm feeling especially patriotic, so I'm going to go visit the Hall of Presidents.
See you inside.
Oh my God!
A second show centered on Paul Revere's ride was shown alternately, and Kermit's gender issues are again on full limited display.
Paul Revere! What? Paul Revere was a man.
Welcome to the 20th century.
Here you go, Kermit. The real horse got sick. Oh, is he a little horse?
I just gotta be honest, I don't know what the big deal is.
Oh my God! Skydiving is definitely not the sport for you.
It's not easy being gangrenous.
If this chaos continues, the show is history. I think you're right, Fozzie. How are we going to end it? Like this.
The special sketch ended with the song as well.
Are you sure that the Continental Congress was really like this?
Well, in their case, it ended with the Declaration of Independence and the founding of the United States of America.
And in our case?
What else? Song cue!
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. In the
Maybe someday, ladies.
But only the American moments in history, but just the American parts.
The show was a success and a good use of the Muppet puppet medium, so it was canceled in 2009.
Probably gonna lie down and curl up. And cry myself to sleep.
What do you guys think? Would Jim Henson have approved of this show? We know Steve Whitmire had an opinion about, let's call them, regional Kermits, and Frank Oz has made his opinion that Disney has mishandled the Muppets pretty clear, but looking back, Jim was pretty dicey about outside puppeteers stepping in to act as his characters as well, at least in terms of special appearances. There's speculated argument that these distant performances can diminish the goods is sound if we're talking about local arenas, but in terms of Disney park attractions and shows, you know, the gold standard, why not let some live Muppets loose in there? If Disney can genetically engineer real-life Peter Pans and Gastons, why can't they hold some auditions? It really is like the Muppets are up there. This is certainly better than their costume shows, which never did much for me, and it was a bit confusing with the head-to-toe costume Muppets versus Muppet puppets turned costume characters. No legs and feet, that's a puppet.
What would you call H.R. Pufnstuf?
Well, that's a costume.
Bad mouth movement, that's a costume.
What about Yoda?
I don't know.
I'm not saying have a Kermit appearance at the Disney stores or something, but a Muppet mini show inside a Disney park? I mean, we're just having fun here. How about a Muppet monster encounter? Do a parody of the singing frogs at Hogwarts. If they wanted to reenact Star Wars scenes near Galaxy's Edge, I'd be delighted. I want to see some Muppet droid. Hell, just make some park-only Muppets. Bring back Puppet Figment and re-Muppetize him.
My vote is for my friend Figment the Puppet. No offense. The whatever.
I'm not anti-animatronic either. If Disney wanted to overhaul an old sneaky Epcot show with some funny Muppet robots right by a recently rethemed Muppet-ish eatery, I'd make it a point to see it every single time I was in its vicinity.
One was gentle, one was kind.
Till then, at least they're keeping up Muppet Vision in Florida.
Progress.
Fooey, 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 foo.
Sesame Street was brought to you today by the letter P. Oh, and by the number 2.
I'm not now, Fuzzy.
They gave me my very own topping. Gave me sprinkles.
I love Jimmy's.
Made me happy. Ice cream. Ice cream.
To learn more about the art of puppetry, the Library of Congress suggests these books: Learning with Puppets by David Carell, Puppets and Puppetry by Peter Fraser. These and many other interesting books are waiting for you in your local library and bookstore. Visit them. They'll be happy to help you read more about it.